This is the daily routine of a mum/chef. So, me and my husband usually wake up around 6 a.m. And then I usually get out my uniform and my glasses, and I usually count where my hairpins because it's not part of my uniform. And then Jack gets out his clothes, and sometimes I have a shower, sometimes I don't. But first thing I do is put my glasses on. Then I put on my uniform and my hat. Then I put away my pajamas, and so does Jack. And then I go and get Eliza. So I get her up, and we put away her toy, and then we get out her clothes for the day. She was going to the nursery that day, so I decided to pick out one of her favourite outfits, and my favourite outfits too. And then we got her dressed, put her bow in, put away her nappy, and then I went to pack her bag for nursery, and the sun started to rise. So what I had to do was pack some pyjamas for nap time, and I wanted to pack her favourite juice so she would have something to eat because she's a very picky eater. And also, there is this special meal I love to make her, but I didn't have a bag for it. So I decided to just put it in this little bowl. And I had to fry it and everything just for her today because it's her favourite meal and she won't eat anything else at nursery because they don't do some good food. So it's rice with soy sauce on, and she loves it so much. So I have to put it in a bowl for her, turn off the hot pans, and then I pack that in her bag. I also like to pack in some napkins. So I grab her box of tissues, close up this, and sometimes I let her take a toy. But they have some toys at nursery, but sometimes I just let her take one, which is her absolute favourite toy. So I tell her to pick one, and she always picks one of the following. She always picks one of these. So today she picked two, which I didn't mind because I had a lot of room left in her bag today. So we walked over to the kitchen and put those in her bag, and then her bag was packed and ready for nursery. We needed to get her some breakfast. We got out a bowl and some cereal and gave her cereal. I told her to sit at the breakfast bar, and I got her out some other juice because we have lots of bottles of it. So I got her a glass, poured in some juice, put that back in the fridge, and gave her that while I got her toothbrush and toothpaste sorted out. So I put some toothpaste on there and I put it there. But I need to put my spray on just to make sure I smell nice before work. And then I walked over to Jack and I just talked with him for a little while Eliza ate her breakfast. And when she's done it, she's really smart and she stands up on the breakfast bar, or she stands on her seat and puts her things in the sink. And then if she fails, she just puts them on the shelf because she knows the special way. Then she gets down and comes and runs to me and Jack. So I hold her and then I take her in the bathroom to brush her teeth. So we give her teeth a clean, put away her toothbrush, and we get her bag and we say goodbye to Jack. So we give hugs, and we give hugs, and then we get in the car and we head to nursery. Drive to nursery, and then we walk in and we get greeted by this lovely man. Then we get greeted by Kate, the manager. So I let Eliza go and play. Then I put her bag up there, and then I go over to Eliza and say my goodbyes. So I give her hugs, and then I put her back in a chair, And then I get back on the train and head to work. Once I get to work, I walk into the restaurant. There's usually a few people here, but not too much. So I usually go here and I check we've got some food ready, which we have. I didn't really need to make any more until customers start arriving. Later that day, a woman arrived and she came over to the counter and she ordered some tofu noodles and a strawberry bubble tea. So I said that would be $2.50. She gave me the money. And then she went and sat down and waited for her food. While I got all of her food ready, I got her the noodles. And then I got some chopsticks. And then I had to go back for her bubble tea. So I gave her her noodles and her chopsticks, which for some reason she dropped and she wanted to go on a different seat, which I didn't mind because customers usually move around a lot. And I walked upstairs and just put her drink on the table and then went back to my counter and she ate all of her food very nicely and drank her bubble tea. And then when she was done, she came over with all her rubbish and my co-worker went over to help her and then she said her goodbyes and she headed off. And then we didn't really have any other customers that day. This woman just sat there and then finally came to order some tofu noodles. So I said that would be perfectly fine and she carried on sitting down at her table. We gathered up all the stuff. We put all the things in the bin that needed to be binned. Then I got this bowl and I made some tofu noodles. So I had to get the noodles and the tofu. And then we put that in the bowl. Got some chopsticks. Let's give them to the lady. She said she didn't want to drink because she already had one. And then my shift ended, so I said goodbye and made sure I cleaned up all my mess. And then I headed home. When I got home, Zach was sat down reading Liza's baby book. I could tell he wanted her to be a baby again. So I told him I was home and we had hugs. And then I went to get out of my uniform because it's so uncomfy. So I got out some clothes and I got out one of my hairpins because I wanted to wear one. Took off my hat, put on a hairpin, and took off my uniform and put it away. When time flew by and I realised it was time to go pick up Eliza. So I did that. I got there, Eliza was happily playing and I was glad to see that. I said hi to her and she came and gave me a big hug. And then I said thank you so much to the nursery lady because she's very nice and she loves taking care of Eliza. So we said goodbye and then hopped back on the train to head back home. When we got home, Eliza jumped down immediately and went to Zach. Then I unpacked her things. So I got all of her toys, put her juice that she left back in the fridge, put these things that need to go back in her bedroom away, put things that need to go in the bin in a pile, put her bone away, and put that down there, and then put all that there, put that down the toilet, shut the fridge door, and put all of this in the bedroom. I put away her toys, put her bag away, and put her nappy in there. And then she decided she wanted to go in the pool. So got out her swimming costume, got her dressed, we took off her bow. I left out her things so she could get them back on after the pool. And then I sat down and just watched her play in the pool for a little while. She had a little swim, she played on the pool floaties, but she didn't really do much. Then she decided she wanted to get out, so I got her out. And we headed back in and got her dressed. And put away her swimming costume. And then I I decided what we wanted for tea, and we didn't have much in at all. So I took Eliza to a restaurant. Always working. Because I'm always working, I decided to bring Eliza out for tea. So we sat down, and then we got served, which was pretty quick considering we'd all just sat down. And we decided what we wanted. I wanted a fish and chips, and Eliza also wanted fish and chips. So he said that was perfectly fine, and that he would get that ready for us. So there were some things on the plates that he had to move around. And he had to eat some things, he said. And then he got the fish and chips ready to go for me and Eliza. And he dropped everything. But then it was made. And he brought it out to us. We told him thank you. And then he went back. We ate our food, said our thank yous. Then we got back on the train. When we got home, the sun was setting. So I decided to get Eliza's pajamas on and let her go to bed. Because she needed to get some sleep because she had to go back to the nursery tomorrow. So we put on her nappy, put away her clothes, and then put her to bed.